Hello and welcome to the wonderful and profitable world of Forex trading. Forex Trading for Newbies is the course that will show you step by step how to be a successful Forex trader, even if you're starting from scratch. So without further ado, let's explore what's covered in this exciting Forex trading course. Hello and welcome to the Forex Trading for Newbies Forex Trading Course Overview. Here are some of the things that you are going to be learning in this exciting Forex trading course. First, you're going to learn how to download and install your free Forex trading software. The great thing about this, naturally besides the fact that it's free, is that it is full featured. And what you can do with this software is you can chart any of your favorite Forex currency pairs. You get real-time data, and you also get a practice account where you have the ability to see how things progress with your trading before you commit real funds. This is very exciting news and will allow you to hone your Forex trading skills as we continue through the course, and allow you to follow along step by step and do things in exactly the right fashion. We have a quick start tutorial for you that will help you hit the ground running, so to speak. The quick start tutorial goes through lots of things in an abbreviated form in order to get you set up, again, as quickly as possible. Also, how to set up your Forex trading software, creating your workspace for profit. This is a more in-depth, step-by-step setup so that you can tweak your software workspace exactly the way you want it. And also, we show you how to set up each of the screens that we'll be using in the course so that it's so much easier for you to follow along and understand instantly all the things that are going on, so that it makes perfect sense to you and that Forex trading becomes simpler than you ever thought possible. The ever important introduction to risk control. There is no such thing as reward without risk. We want you to know that up front. We want you to be an educated Forex trader, and learning about risk control is absolutely essential. Here is where the rubber meets the road. There's a lot of theory surrounding Forex trading, but it's important to see live trading examples. So, we'll show you how to place trades with your software in the same fashion as we're doing in the live trading examples. Another live trading example, we show you the use of indicators and how indicators can be used to create your own customized Forex system. Breakout trading, very, very, very effective. Breakout trading takes advantage of trend momentum, either bullish or bearish, and allows you to ride that trend for maximum profit. Another live trading example, because we learn by doing the best way. Live trade follow-up, absolutely essential to cover what went right with the trades, what went wrong with the trades, etc. More live trade wrap-up here. Essential Forex correlation trading, how the currency pairs move in relation to one another, can make the difference between mediocre trading results and incredible trading success. And we go into this so that you will understand the basics of Forex correlation trading. Forex support and resistance, very, very important to get an idea of where prices may travel, where momentum may begin, where momentum may end, These are all very important things for you to know. And quite naturally, much, much more is covered in this extensive Forex Trading for Newbies course. So, without further ado, we're going to jump right in and start trading Forex. All right, the very first step to working with MetaTrader, of course, is to download MetaTrader itself. And we go to metaquotes.net for that. Scroll down here to download client terminal and open demo account. Scroll down here, download MetaTrader. And I like saving it to a folder on the hard drive. Your situation may be different. Some people may choose to run it from the actual site, but that's not my particular preference. We'll save mt4setup.exe right here. Looks like the site is busy today. And then we'll open up the folder here. We'll pop right in. There we are. So we'll double click on the executable file here and we'll install. This installation will be in English. Read the end user license agreement and agree to it. Decide where you'd like for it to be installed. Typically, Windows machines, it's in the C program files directory. Okay, so here we go. Now let's launch MetaTrader. Alrighty, here we are. We are inside of MetaTrader. This is the default screen that pops up. And let's take a gander over here. We'll pop over here, go down, and here where it says open account. And this is what you'll have to do in order to get the live data coming in. You'll have to put in your name, country, state, etc. All this information here, your phone number, the level of leverage that you'd like. 1 to 100 is the default here. The currency, your email address, as well as the amount you'd like to start off with. A simple example. We're going to start off with $5,000, a modest amount of money to start trading with in order to show that this amount of money can grow. You'll agree to subscribe to the newsletters before you can get a next down here, so you'll notice that. Now, I'm already signed up for this, so this is already all set. Once you sign up, you'll be here. Your data will be live, and you'll notice down here in the trade that the equity balance will be $5,000, which was the amount that we previously specified. For setting up MetaTrader, this is what we've done. We've downloaded MetaTrader from the metaquotes.net site. We've installed MetaTrader in our program files directory, or whichever directory you chose, and we've signed up for the demo account. When you receive you'll receive a username and passwords for your demo account, and keep those in a safe place when you receive those. So we're all set to trade and explore trading inside of MetaTrader. What we're going to do next is we're going to explore the features of MetaTrader so that we can customize the look and feel and make it a comfortable platform for us to work with. Thank you. Hello and welcome to the MetaTrader Quick Start module. In this module, what we're going to do is we're going to show you how to get up and running with some customized screens so that you can begin to explore the different currency pairs at your leisure. So, with that in mind, the very first thing you're going to do is, after installation, we're going to go to the default charts. These are the default charts right here. And what we're going to do is we're going to right click and we're going to click on properties and we're going to click on colors. Okay? Now the first thing we want to do is scroll down here to black on white, thusly. Okay? And the very next thing we want to do is where it says bar up right here, we want to mark that as green. Where it says bar down, which is the very next tab down, we want to mark that as red. Bull candle, we want to change that from the default white to green. Bear candle, we want to change that from the default green to red. And we want to click OK. All right, there we have it. Now, this is what we'd like to see as far as our candlestick charts are concerned. So what we're going to do is we're going to save this so that we can bring this up anytime in any chart that we want. So here we go. We're going to right click, go down to template, go down to save template. Now I've already created this. So candlesticks, you can call it candlesticks, you can go and call it candlesticks 1, whichever you prefer. We'll save it as candlesticks. In my case, it's going to ask me, do I want to replace it because it's already here in yours? Since candlesticks is not there, you don't want to replace it. But let me go back here, and I'd like to change this to candlesticks 1 with a capital C there, and let's save that. Okay, tells me it already exists, no problem. Okay, there we go. Now, we've saved that as candlesticks 1. Now, the very next thing we want to do is customize all the rest of our charts in this fashion. But before we do that, we are going to set up for trading the euro dollar US dollar. Now you can set up any currency pair that you like. In this case, we're going to set this one up as a standard. So in order to do that, you can see this is a pound dollar, and these are all different currency pairs here. What we're going to do is simply grab that and drag it, and it becomes euro dollar US dollar. Grab that, drag it, that becomes euro dollar US dollar. Grab that, drag it, that becomes euro dollar US dollar. Now we've done that, we've got that all on these charts. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to go to template, and I'm trying to remember to slow down here so you can follow along and do the exact same thing. And what we want to do is we want to apply the candlesticks 1 template to each one of these charts so that all 4 of the charts in our screen are candlestick charts. Template up to candlesticks 1. There we go. Now as you can see, none of the indicators are here in any of these because in the template we didn't save any indicators. Okay? So when you want to save indicators, you can do so simply by changing the template, by placing an indicator on here on any of the charts and then saving the template. Okay? Now, what we'll want to do from here is we want to look at various periods of the candlesticks. So say we wanted to start with daily here as our largest time frame. Then we wanted to go, well, let's not do that. Let's pop back Let's start here with hourly. For our purposes here, we're going to make that our smallest time frame. The next one was going to be 4 hours. That's already set up. The very next one, and all you do is click on this little tab here. Or there's another way to do it. You can click on the periods and go down here and set it as well. So we're setting that daily. We're setting this up as weekly. Okay? So, okay, we've got this 1 hour, 4 hour, daily, weekly. We've got perspective here, and we're focusing on the euro dollar, US dollar. Now, something very important for us to do as far as customization is concerned is to go over and to save our screen setup here as a profile. And give it a new profile name. You can call it whatever you want. Let's call it, I've already saved this one. Let's call it EUR USD candlestick. Make sure you spell it right so you'll know what you're looking at. Candlestick profile 1. Okay. So we're going to save it. There we go. There's our candlestick profile 1 all saved up. Show you back what we would have looked at as far as default. There's a default chart. We pop back over and go here to EUR USD candlestick profile 1. Set it up as such, and we are more than set to go. Now, say for instance, we don't want to do candlesticks. What we want to do is we really want to do these same period studies in hour, 4 hour, daily, and weekly, but we rather do it in bar chart format. Well, we can certainly do that. There's two different ways. We can click here for bar chart, and as you'll see, we'll get a bar chart that's a multicolored type of thing, and that's not what we're looking for. We'd like more of a standard type of bar chart. So what we're going to do is we're going to roll down here to properties, right click all the way down to the bottom to properties, or click F8. In fact, I'm going to left click to make this disappear, and I'm going to hit F8, and there we go. Okay. Let's go back to black on white, like this, and click OK. And then up here, click on bar chart. And there we have everything set up as a bar chart for us. Okay. You notice that if you zoom in, the bars get thicker. Zoom out, the bars get smaller. And I'm going to make sure that's turned on auto scroll. Okay. There we go. Okay, so in keeping with a quick start, let's save this as a template. And I'm simply calling this one bar chart 1. So I'm going to save it. I already have one named bar chart 1. So for you, you're not going to see this message. It's just going to, you're just going to save it, and that's bar chart 1. So let's apply the templates. Bar chart 1. Bar chart. And bar chart 1 right there. So we've got bar charts all around. You can change these colors, of course, to anything you want. This is just a standardized place for us to start experimenting. Okay, so we'll go over here, and what we're going to do is we're going to save the profile as EUR USD bar chart 1. And there we go. So we're all set there. We can pop back and see how these things work. Okay, there we go. That's a default. There's our euro dollar US dollar bar chart set up here. Okay. So you can go to any of the profiles that you like. Now here's a quick way to get to each of the profiles as well. You can go Control 5 to the next one, or you can hit Shift F5. Control F5, Shift F5. Move forward and backwards that way. This is how that would look. That's all I'm doing. Is hitting Control F5. Now to move backwards, I hit Shift F5 and move backwards. There we go. Okay. So this is where you are. You're ready. You're all set. If you wanted to do candlesticks of your 4 favorite currency pairs, you could do that as well. Again, you'd simply find your favorite currency pair over here, and drag it and drop it to any of the charts here. When you're in the mode of trading, you'll want to zoom into the chart that you'd like to focus on. For instance, say I've looked at my overview here, weekly, daily, 4-hour, 1 hour, and these time frames can change depending upon which particular type of trading system that you're using at the time. I like to look at longer term and work my way down, and I call that top-down trading, so that I can get a good idea of the prevailing trend here on the weekly, which, as we can see here in this particular case, is up. Then the daily trend is up. The 4-hour, we can see the trends there. We can see some movement in a consolidation here, and we see a finer example of that consolidation here. Okay, so then I would go to my smallest time frame chart and move it around, get some perspective. If I have a methodology in mind, then I will place the trades according to that particular methodology. And what I'm talking about is an actual predefined Forex trading system. If I'm trading via candlestick patterns and I'm doing things manually and I'm looking for certain patterns, then I open up this particular chart and look for some patterns that would lend themselves to a trade of some type. As I'm looking over here, I'll be seeing spinning tops develop over here as far as candlesticks are concerned, and thinking that we're at a point of some trend exhaustion in this particular area. Anyway, let me minimize that. Not to go into too many specifics, just wanting you to see how you can set your charts up. Okay. Now, if you've got a particular favorite type of indicator that you want to use, you can do that too. There are lots of different ways to do that as far as indicators are concerned. And what we'll do is, before we go there, what we'll do is scroll down, and there's indicators here. Say, for instance, you're a fan of moving average. There we go. Here's a moving average. This is a 100 period. Say you're interested in a 10 period moving average. Simple moving average, and applied to the close. All right, there we have it. There's our moving average. Now, just to show you in the quick start how this would apply to templates. So you want the moving average on this one, and that you wanted to save the template as candlesticks and put a dash in here, candlesticks, and we'll put 10 SMA. And the 10 stands for the period. It's a 10 period simple moving average is what SMA stands for. You put that in there and click save. And then as you can see, we can go back here through templates. There's the one we want. There's the one we want. There's the one we want. And what we've done here is we've applied the indicator to a template to show basically that whatever you place on your chart, your indicators, the type of chart, bar or candlestick, you can save as a template and then apply that template very easily to other currency pairs as well as other time frames. So that works out great. As you can see here, the weekly's been above the 10 period moving average. Daily, for the most part, has been above the 10 period moving average with some slowing in here. 4 hour, 1 hour. It's just a great way to get perspective again on all of your trading. Now, we'll pop back over here and just show you this. Okay, EUR/USD candlestick. Let's see, candlestick 10 SMA. And again, you don't even have to name it as a, say, profile because it's in the profile section, so obviously it's a profile. And you can put that in there and click OK. And there you have it. We can go to Control F5, move forward, move forward, move forward, move forward. Okay, there we have candlesticks and with a variety of currency pairs, all 4 hours. There we have Euro dollar, US dollar. There's R set up there for candlesticks. Here's a same type of candlestick setup, but with the pound dollar. There we are again with a different type of moving average. There we are. There's our bar chart. We ran out, huh? And let's pop back down here. And that's it. Candlesticks. Oops, wrong one. Sorry. Go to our default. Okay. Here we are. We're all set. Back here at our default profile. And let's go straight to our EUR/USD candlestick profile. I'm going to delete that indicator. So here we are. Here's a starting point. You can start with any particular currency pair that you want, but the entire purpose of the quick start video was to show you how to customize your charts, customize your templates, and be able to pull up a template at will with the information that you wanted on it, and also save groups of charts as profiles. Thank you very much for viewing the Quick Start module. Okay, so to run over the personal details again, in the previous screen mine were blanked out because they are, as I say, personal details, correct? So here you'd put your name, your country, city, state, zip, your address, your phone number, your email, currency you prefer to work in, and naturally you're going to have to check the I agree to subscribe to your newsletters in order to get the next button to show up. I'll show you how that works. See, you have to click that. Now here you have the opportunity to choose the level of leverage, 1 to 100, meaning basically if you had $1,000 in the account, then you can basically control a Forex contract worth $100,000, say the euro dollar, US dollar, for instance. Okay, so here you can adjust the amount of leverage. Here, again, as we stated before, I left this at $5,000. You may want to change that. It may change for certain types of things I want to demonstrate, such as a larger Forex portfolio using a standard account, a standard size contract. So in that case, it would need to be larger as far as the deposit level is concerned. But currently we're leaving this at the $5,000 mark. So here it is as it stands, and you fill in all these things and you continue through, and you'll be given a username and 2 passwords. Both of those you'll need to record and keep handy. Okay, so that's it for that section. I'll close that out and we'll get into some more MetaTrader platform basics. So as you can see, we're all set to go here. Down here, see the account balance, $5,000. Okay, in our virtual account. Now understand that, again, this is a demo account. This is virtual money, not real money. When it's time for you to open a real account, you won't be able to do that from the terminal itself as we're looking at it. You'll have to contact the appropriate brokerage company, whoever you happen to be trading through, and get things authorized there. You'll be able to see that when you go up here to the navigator window. It'll show up in accounts down here as the real account. So with that in mind, we just want to stress that, again, this is a demo account, and we are going to learn more about MetaTrader. This is the default screen that comes up in MetaTrader with 4 different currency pairs, euro dollar, US dollar. You can click on these and it'll highlight the particular one you're interested in. Great British Pound, US dollar, US dollar, Swiss franc, US dollar, Japanese yen. You can click on each of these and you can see the highlights change here as well. One of the first things you may want to change would be the look and feel of individual charts. What I'm going to do is going to maximize this so we have one chart here, and then I'm going to go down to the properties, and here are a number of the common types of things. You can have it as candlesticks. Scaling can change. The chart can auto scroll, which basically means if you bring it over there, when it ticks, it'll pop back as the price changes, so that you'll be right here at the most current price. So let's look back here again. Go to properties and colors. Let's say we wanted to change a color scheme. Here's one way to do it. You can hit the yellow and black, change the color scheme that way. That's back to the original size of the chart. Go back here. Let's change something else. Green on black we saw. Now there's black on white. Okay, which some people may prefer. As you can see, you can go through and see the charts that were alongside here by simply going down and clicking on one of the tabs, and you'll see that everything here is as it was originally preserved. Okay, so we've got that there. Okay, now let's say we want a more traditional looking kind of a candlestick. Okay, we've got the background is white. Say we want a bull candle to be green. And it looks like green. And that we want a bear candle to be red. There we go. Let's see what changes here. Let's expand that out. And there we go. Completely different look, completely different feel. More traditional types of candles than you may see as the black and white, or the black, sort of the hollow and green, as we see over here. Yeah, the hollow one, and then a different color here. So here, bullish candles are green, and bearish candles are red. Let's go through an additional modification here. Okay. Let's see, the grid's gray. What I really like to do is to change just one additional thing here. Bar down, red, bar up, black. Let's make that green. So I want to remove that border from around there. There we go. That's how I want it to look. I want to remove the border and just have the pure candle there. So remove that black border, and this is what we get. Now we can pop up here, see the zoom in, and we can click on zoom in and get a closer, more bird's eye type of view. Auto scroll is on. You can turn auto scroll off if you want to, but auto scroll's on. You can see it pops right back when it's on. And we're here at the most recent price. Okay, now let's say, for instance, that this is a template that we would like to save. So let's do this. First, I'm going to go here. I'm going to delete that indicator because I don't want to include the indicator in the template. I'm going to go here to template. I'm going to put save template. And I'm going to give this template a name. And I'm going to call this template simply candlesticks. There we go. Candlesticks.tpl is the file name. And I'll save that. And away we go. So you can see there you've got a nice candlestick template set up. And you're back here. You could change all these if you wanted to. I'll show you exactly how to do that. Okay. Okay, we'll go here. Go to template. Scroll down to your candlestick template. We just created this candlesticks template, and watch this. There we go. Now, if you want to, you can create these templates, and you can set them up pretty much any way that you'd like. For instance, let's say you wanted something. What are we going to add in here? Bum 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 bum. We've got template. We got all that stuff. We could change these as well. Okay. But while we're doing this, I don't want you to forget about this because this is important, is profiles. And so let's save the profile as new profile. And you can call it whatever you want. New profile 1. And you may want to be a little bit more descriptive and call it something like candlestick profile, for instance. Save it like that. Okay. And I'll show you what the profiles and templates kind of work in the same way. Here you've got a British pound profile, so you can see that. We can tile all those windows kind of any way you want. You can tile those vertically, horizontally. I guess it thinks that's it. There we go, vertically like this. Cascade the windows, so you can choose which one you want. You could also make the selections down here as to which actual screen is on top. So there we go. So let's go back. Let's go back to candlestick profile. You see it loads right up. And what happens is, as you'll notice, there's our default profile. This is the first one as we load it up. That's the default MetaTrader profile. So we're going to pop back over. We're going to select our candlestick profile. Now notice that you can change a lot of things here. If you wanted to change and have an additional euro dollar US dollar chart, you could drag it over. See how it changes it here? It changes everything. A new chart, you press this, you get an additional chart. Hold on, maybe I'm going too fast, but you get an additional chart. You click that, goes off. So if you want this to be, you could change this to pound. This is already changed down here, so you may not want to change this to anything. Again, you want to change this one, and you can leave the CCI, but for our purposes what we're going to do is I'd like to just have a different template here, and we'll go down there. We'll go to candlesticks for the time being. No, in fact we won't go to candlesticks. What we're going to do is let's just create a, for this, let's just create a we've got a regular bar chart. That's what exactly we'll want here, is a regular bar chart, but we want the colors to be different. We want the we'll go here to a black on white, and okay, I'm liking the look of that. This part doesn't show up that strongly there, but the bar chart is really what I wanted. As you can see, as you scroll in, it gets bigger and bigger. So, okay. I also want to transform this into a bar chart. It's easier for people to visualize it based upon how they see in particular what's best for them. So let's go here, and let's go down here, black on white. There we go. So we've got that, and as you'll see as you scroll in, the bars get thicker a little bit as we go in. So, all right, that looks good. So far so good, right? All righty. Now let's go through some of the basics again. Let's say we want a plain bar chart. So what I'm going to do here is go to the indicators list on this one, and I'm going to delete that MACD indicator because I just want a plain old bar chart right here. So I'm going to go here, right click, I'm going to scroll down the template. I'm going to save template, and I'm going to name the template something very simple, bar chart. And let's give it a bar chart 1 in case we want to place one in here that's a bar chart with a particular indicator on it as well. So I'll pop down here, and I'll go to template, pop in bar chart, and there we go. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is also at the profile. Let's go to default. Okay, see our default there. Now let's pop back and go to candlestick. And as you can see, the changes we made were updated automatically. So as we changed everything up here, the top two to candlesticks, we changed the bottom two to bar charts. When we went back to profile, it's all saved for us, so that's great. So you can save as many profiles as you'd like. You want to go through and change things around, you can as often as you'd like. If you exclude that chart, you want to add an additional chart, you can always do that. Again, go up here and say you want to add the US dollar, Canadian dollar. Bam, there you go. Now say you want it to be a candlestick chart. You go down here, you go to your templates, you click on candlesticks, you're all set. It's a beautiful thing. Auto scroll brings you out to the most recent price, and there you are. Again, that's just an example. So, but you've got a number of ways you can do things. If, for instance, let's just say, for instance, that you would like to set this up, and let's have a euro dollar, US dollars set up, and let's have these set up in varying time frames. So here I can drag this, all I'm doing is right clicking, dragging over to the chart, letting it go. Right clicking, dragging over to the chart, letting it go. If you wanted to go straight candlesticks on all these, you could do that too. So let's set that up. Candlesticks. Candlesticks. Now what we're going to do is we're going to set this. There's two different ways to change the period of what you're looking at, and we're going to get into more tweaks in the very next video. So I'll get back with you momentarily. We'll take a look at how to set up some even more interesting types of templates and profiles as we move along.